What's going on, everybody? Indy here. Welcome back to another episode of Been There, Done That. Today, I just kind of want to hang out, talk a little bit about just like the grind of being a business owner and being an entrepreneur. I don't really talk about it much, but I do own, I think it's 4 businesses right now, and I am juggling between all 4 of them, and it's pretty wild. So my my first business is Important Jogger, which is a media production company. We do like photography, video, cinematography. We do music production, pretty much like from beginning to end for anything media related, right? Secondly, I do run a business called Hold Me Closer XX, which is primarily like a coffee business, but it's still a brand that I'm selling things like my 3D printed goods, home goods and stuff, as well as like coffee products and beverage products and stuff like that. And then the other 2 that I don't really talk about too often, I own another coffee shop and a convenience store / pharmacy in the Philippines. There's an island out there, the island of Samar, in a little town called Catbalogan. I have a place called Coffee Spot and a place called iPharmamart. Don't really talk about that too much, but I have a great team over there that I communicate with, and they help execute a lot of the things for pretty much everything for me and my team here, to where, I don't know, it's been going pretty well, pretty much. But yeah, I just want to talk about, what it's a little bit of what it's like having so many things going on in so many businesses, and being an artist, and trying to balance favoring my own art as well as making sure business is taken care of, bills are paid, et cetera, building and managing a team and all of that. It's really not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you that right now. First things first, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak, not for the lighthearted. You gotta be pretty cutthroat at sometimes, a little bit more cutthroat than you probably want to be sometimes. But that's just kind of how it is. You gotta make those tough decisions and think about, along with maintaining relationships, you have to make sure that your business is first, for a lot of the decisions that you do have to make along the road here. Yeah, it's tough to not be biased and, try not to take things too personal and stuff like that. And because really business is business, even, if you are doing stuff with your friends or with your family, which is a lot of things that people go through when they first start a business. It's always with family. And no matter what, if you love the person that you're working with, and you love, this is just a random tangent, but even if you do love the person so much and you care about that person, if you're both not agreeing on certain decisions about the business, your business could potentially be hurt, so you just got to make sure that aside from your ego or your personal feelings, stuff like that, you just got to make sure that, business is getting taken care of. And it's tough, a lot of the times, it could be frustrating, so you just kind of have to take it as it goes and do one thing at a time, one conversation at a time. But yeah, man, the grind, challenges and wins, there's no balance between the challenges that you'll face and the wins that you get. Pretty much every single day is going to be some new sort of challenge, whether it's going through the entire day without a sale, that presents a challenge there, because now you have to make up sales the next day or throughout the week or something. Whether it's figuring out how to file for S Corp status versus C Corp status, filing that form 55322 or whatever form, I don't know, whatever form that is, starts with a 5, I know that. But anyways, every day is a challenge, and then you'll probably come across 10 to 15 to 20 challenges before you even hit 1 or 2 wins, but that's just kind of how it goes. For example, getting the licenses for my coffee cart, my mobile coffee cart, there's a lot of challenges that you have to go through. You have to make sure you have your commissary kitchen. You have to make sure you have your manager serve safe certificate. You have to make sure you have your sales tax, sales use tax, the SUW, whatever tax license. You have to do the plan review. You have to pay the fees. You have to like get inspections, and then you get your license. Like, it's a whole thing. And then you have to also get the business license through the state and the city that you're operating in. It's a lot, right? So it's a lot of challenges for the one win of you just being able to freely serve food, you know. So it's just stuff like that you have to be prepared for and willing to make sacrifices and keep striving towards the singular wins and stuff like that. One big thing that like is what a lot of people don't know when you're starting a business is that it's literally every single day. You're not skipping any days whatsoever. No skipping any days, because you're building, you know. When you're first building, like, of course, when you start to become more successful, you have a whole team, but when you're a solopreneur, you know, solo entrepreneur, doing a lot of the things yourself, wearing many hats, there's literally no days off. You have to skip out on fun. You have to, you know, do a lot of long late nights, you know, like 16-hour days, multiple days a week, you know, just to make sure you're caught up on stuff, or working on production or designing or whatever it is that you have to do, you know, for your business. There's just no days off. Since I've been doing this, I feel like I haven't really taken a day off since maybe one day off for like Christmas, I think, was like the only day off I've had where I baked bread at home, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, like New Year's Day, no other holiday I took a day off because I was booked for a shoot, or I was, you know, working on something, and that's just how it is. That's okay. I mean, that's the lifestyle I chose personally. For a lot of people who might not be thinking about that kind of stuff, like, oh, it's super easy, I can make my own schedule. Like, yeah, sure you can, but if a lot of stuff is not getting done and your business isn't growing, or I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that you have to get done. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know, things are interesting being a business owner. Let's talk about a couple things that I guess I wish I knew, or I wish I had more under control, like when I first started this business. Pretty much is the one big thing that I had to really learn how to manage was the reinvestment into the business. You know, it's really great, like if you have a great day, great sales day, for example, and you get some more revenue in there, your expenses are taken care of, and you actually have like a little bit of I guess profit for the day. One thing I learned very quickly was that that's not really your profit for the day. You're really just reinvesting all of that money back into your business, whether it be for advertising or getting more inventory, or getting little things like getting stickers made, or getting a new sign, or some updated signage, merch, or whatever. Like, you really are just kind of reinvesting every penny back into the operations of your own business, which is great. And I'm glad I learned it really fast on how to like manage that, you know, and also be able to use some of that revenue to take care of all the business bills and low-key a couple of my personal bills, you know. Making sure that you're managing the finances and reinvesting in your business, super important, especially if you're like bootstrapping your business. That's the crucial part. Like, if you have funding, you know, like, manage it right. But if you're really bootstrapping everything, doing it all yourself, trying to make it all happen, like, it's real important. And also good on you for doing that, because I know how tough it is. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Make sure you keep on top of your bookkeeping, taxes. That stuff is so hard for me. That's one thing I wish I was better at, is my bookkeeping. Yeah, bookkeeping is pretty important. I don't know, I guess this turned into a couple tips as a business owner. That's my few tips as a business owner. I wasn't really expecting it. Business is good right now. Incorporating all the things that I've been learning throughout the year, which is nice. Like, one thing as a business owner and entrepreneur, like, I gotta suggest, stay motivated to learn stuff. Like, build your skill set with like as much stuff as you can, so you know how to do, well, basically, so when you hire out like somebody to do that thing for you, like if you know how it's supposed to be done, then you know that you're going to be getting quality work, you know. So learn your stuff, learn the skill sets. You don't have to master them necessarily, but I would suggest like getting your feet wet a little bit with many different things, you know, just so you can know like what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of all I got, man. Just this for this video. I'm gonna try and get some more entrepreneurs on here just to talk about their journey and some things about business and whatnot. Yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.